Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Whenever you might be listening to this is the Buzzed Bucks Podcast.
Memorial Day.
Oh, the Memorial Day. I'm Bert,
I'm Clay.
and we are here to finish the one game from the conference semifinals that we did not get
Honor the
to last week.
sacrifice of our servicemen and women. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I ran out of ADHD meds.
Oh, okay. Oh, this will
Um,
be a fun episode then.
yeah.
And to also get us
Give me
back on
calls.
track, talk about what has happened in the conference finals so far. But before we do that, what are you drinking, Clay?
I'm drinking Southern Tier Brewery
Okay.
Lake Shore Bog Hazy Juicy IPA. I got a tall boy
Ooh, tall boy. My
because I
dad
didn't feel
used
like
to.
buying it. Didn't feel like buying a 10 pack
That's
or
fair. That's
six
totally
pack,
fair.
so I just bought one.
That's like a tall boy too, right? Can
Yeah.
you hold
No.
that back up? Yeah, that's like a double tall boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Two Roads again because I'm just working my way through that value pack I got. Road to Ruin, their double IPA.
Oh, missed that. That's a good beer.
It is a good beer. Okay.
19.5 fluid ounces.
Yeah, those are the big boys.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I only have one piece of news, and that is that the Washington Capitals signed Timothy Liljegren to a 2-year, $3.25 million extension because Rasmus
Absolutely.
Sandin is going to be injured for a good portion of the season.
I think he should sit the whole year out personally. Just because
We'll
how
see.
long it takes for
Is
like
it
if you rush
isn't
it
it
back, you're gonna
usually
hurt.
a year to get
It's a year.
to get back to full
He's full.
recovery from an
Yeah,
ACL tear? So yeah,
exactly.
he might miss the entire season. So
Well, I mean, I think they'll come back after like 6. You can play after like 6 months.
sure, but
You're
uh,
not you're not normal till a year.
no.
So
But like, well, you could look at it this way if you're Rasmus Sandin because he tore it on the last game of the season.
and like
Washington could be in the
2 minutes left in the
playoffs. Washington could be in the playoffs next year, right? Theoretically.
game, theoretically.
So if you wait out the whole year, you can come back for the playoffs, right? You,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I don't know. Maybe if it's going well, maybe they don't need to rush him back, kind of thing.
Right. And he'll still have 2 more years on his contract
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah. So we'll see how that shakes out.
Yep.
What do you got news wise?
All right. So I have a decent amount. Lindy Ruff got extended for 2 years.
Yeah,
Buffalo.
he should. I mean, Buffalo
Um. Well,
nearly made it to the Eastern Conference Final. So
remember the rumor that we're going all the way back to when Kevin Adams got fired.
hmm
The same guy who leaked that that Adams got fired leaked that Ruff was basically retiring from coaching and going to the president of hockey operations.
oh, I do
So
remember that
that's not
rumor.
true.
So that guy was wrong on that one.
Yep,
He got it. Look,
two
he
more
got
years.
half of the rumors right. He got the
Yeah.
one with Kevin Adams correct. He got the Lindy Ruff one wrong.
Um. So, yeah, dude. I mean, how old is Lindy Ruff? I gotta look that up real quick. He's getting
He's
up there.
old at this point.
He is old.
He's got to be pushing 60s to 70, I would think.
He is only 66.
That's what I said, 60s to 70.
Yeah, but he looks so much older.
I know, but like
That's the stress of being a head coach.
the stress of
Um.
being a head coach, and if you look back in time, um, you look at a guy that's like 35 from the 80s, which like me and you are, right?
Yeah.
You look at them, they look like they're 50. You know, they
Well, that's because of all the lead in the gasoline.
well, yeah, that and all the
Um.
other pollution and the smoking and the
And the lack of
horrific drink
sunscreen.
and the horrific drinking and all that jazz. So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
who knows what Lindy's been doing that might make him look a little
That's
older.
that's fair. Um. Malhotra is a current favorite for the vacant coaching job in Vancouver. I'm only bringing that up because there's a good chance his son goes in the first round, and not just the first
For
round.
top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say top.
Top 5 even. He's the top center of the draft, I think.
Yeah.
That's Manny Malhotra.
So
yeah,
Malhotra,
he's a top candidate for not just Vancouver, but like a couple other openings too, I think. But if they like him, I'm sure Vancouver will be like, oh no, you stay.
yeah, exactly. But like, he has a better chance of coaching his kid at Vancouver because
True.
his kid will fall to him.
Yeah,
If
that's
he
true.
wants
I hope
that.
if he wants that, yeah.
If he's,
That might be like too much pressure, and I feel like if you're a good
yeah,
dad, you might know that, you know?
maybe.
Maybe.
Um,
Or maybe they have a great relationship. That could be it too. And he's like, I'd love for my son to be here.
Also, since we're on the Pacific, the NHL. We wondered about this last week, and the NHL coaches do have a union
They do.
because
Yeah, they do.
their union is not happy with Vegas right now.
Nope.
For not letting Cassidy interview.
Yep.
Um,
So many people are mad at Vegas right now, just the organization in general.
Here's the thing. This one specifically, I don't care.
They're
There's
not
a
really
contract.
doing anything wrong. Yeah, I think we said this
He
last
signed a
week.
contract.
They're not doing
getting.
anything wrong.
I definitely don't want you to interview my division rivals.
Yeah.
If someone else comes a calling and
Yeah, like Toronto or whoever.
If Toronto comes a calling and then they do it,
Hilarious.
and they still don't let him interview. Yes, hilarious. But also, like, I don't think he left on good terms.
I don't think so.
So
Didn't really seem like it.
yeah, so like, it's not gonna ruin his career if he
Nah.
doesn't coach for a year.
Nah, I know. Nah.
They could be like, hey, like, you look at where we are now that you got fired.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're not.
Yeah, get fucked.
You're
You're
not.
not gonna
You're not
coach, bitch.
You pissed off. You pissed off our players.
Yeah.
You're not gonna coach.
It seems pretty clear he pissed off the players at this point.
Yeah.
Right, because he was the one that got fired with 8 games left in the season. Correct? Was it Bruce Cassidy, or did he get fired before that?
No. I'm trying to remember if it was 8 or 6.
I'm pretty sure it was 8, and then Wah got fired with 4 games left in the season, and we were like, okay, 8 games is crazy. Pff, just kidding, 4 games is even crazier.
Yeah.
But that one kind of made more sense because they wanted to get DeBoer before.
Yeah, before another more attractive team came.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, I will say Cassidy's firing made sense too with how Vegas was playing, and they would not be where they are now if Cassidy was their coach.
True. They would probably be out of the playoffs already. Oh, excuse me.
So, yeah. I do want to jump onto some of your news.
Sure. I have more news.
Simon Nemec did not request a trade.
Yeah.
He said he did.
I wasn't even going to talk about it because it's like one of the it's that time of year that like people are just saying shit, you know?
Well,
like reporters are just saying stuff.
This is like the 3rd or 4th year in a row where the Slovak like news has been like Simon Nemec just requested a trade, and he's just like, no, I didn't do that. Stop making stuff up for me. I just think it's funny. That's why I'm bringing it up.
It is funny. In case you guys missed it, that like Clay just said, a Slovak publication or journalist, whoever, said that Simon Nemec requested a trade, and then like the day later, Nemec's agent said, "Nuh-uh, no, we didn't. What are you talking about?" And this is all revolving. I believe we've mentioned before. Nemec is up he's an RFA this year, and he's gonna want a good deal of money because they threw $9 million a year at Luke Hughes for kind of doing not much before they gave him that money.
Yeah.
And like he's a fine defenseman. Don't get me wrong.
Hopefully
But like
he didn't have a good year this year.
he did not. But hopefully he bounces back next year. But if I'm Simone Nemec, I see that and I'm like, well, give me $9 million a year as well. I've done just as much as he did, before, if not more, beforehand to get that contract. I want that contract.
Yep.
And like, if you're gonna play nepotism with a Hughes brother because you want to make Jack Hughes happy, right? Which might be part of the contract that they gave Luke Hughes. You have to pay the price for that at some point,
yep.
right? And that's paying Simone Nemec if you want to keep him or trade him.
Yep. Well, like Dylan Dubé, not Dylan Dubé. We were talking about.
Talking about Dylan Dubé before the episode.
Brandon Dillon.
Uh-huh.
Was on. Did a couple of Hockey Night in Canada like games, and he was talking about like some of the issues that they had this past year, and like talking about elephants in the room. It's just like, oh, that's contract stuff. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he might be talking about the Hughes brothers.
I mean, like, look, Jack Hughes deserves his contract. Luke Hughes, questionable at this point if he deserved that contract. So, and they might have already pissed the Hughes brothers off as well because they fucked up trading for Quinn Hughes. When they because Minnesota did pay like quite a lot to get Quinn Hughes, but the Devils also could have paid that.
Could have paid that, yeah.
So the Devils could have traded Simone Nemec in that trade and gotten Quinn Hughes probably, Nemec and other stuff in that trade, and probably pulled it off. But they
but Fitzgerald,
they wimped out of it and didn't do it, and Minnesota did it. Yeah, that's one of the reasons Fitzgerald got fired.
It seems like Sheldon Keefe is getting one more year. So
okay, I mean that's fine. We'll see how he does.
We'll see.
Mean, the thing with the Devils, it's so hard to say like, oh, they're bad, because they're always so injured. Like the last 2 years, and even last year they made the playoffs, right? But like this year again, ripped through by injuries. To Jack Hughes, to Dougie Hamilton, to this guy and that guy. You know, it's like, can they just stay healthy? Like that, they might make it afar in the playoffs if they just fucking stayed healthy.
Yeah, so they're hard to predict because if they play to their potential, they are a playoff team.
Yeah,
but they haven't done that in 2 years.
Nope. Well, not this year, definitely. And last year it was even kind of like they made the playoffs, but it was like, they got bounced in the first round like no problem. So.
Oh yeah, well they got injured leading up to that season, to the playoffs, and then didn't have anything left.
Yep.
Moving on, Montreal Victoire won the Welter Cup.
Yep.
And
yes, they did.
Poulin got named the playoff MVP.
Congrats to them.
Congrats to them ending the drought of a Canadian team Welter Cup. Been a whole, I believe, 3 years.
Hey, they won it before any of their male counterparts, so.
Absolutely. Mike Babcock, squashes any speculation that he might coach the Oilers, because of course.
Oh, dude, it'd be so funny if he went to the Oilers.
There is a lot of talking, like, with the talking heads about it's just like, 2 more years McDavid. It's like, no, guys, you have 1 year of McDavid.
And then he's going to be like, fucking trade me.
1 year.
Yeah.
We'll see what this looks after 1 year. And if you brought in Babcock, you don't even get that year. He didn't even make training camp, remember.
The most hilarious.
He made training camp, but he didn't make it to the season.
The most hilarious thing, just because he demanded to see everybody's phone like a weirdo.
Yeah. Let's move on because I got some injuries with the Ducks because their injury report. Troy Terry requires hip surgery, but he should be good for the next season.
No good.
Michkov had a MCL sprain. Hellison had a groin strain, but will be ready for camp. Terry might not be ready for camp.
He has
And
to have
Poland
hip surgery, yeah.
But it was for an impingement. It wasn't like
Oh, okay.
crazy.
It wasn't the resurfacing one, but
Yeah,
still.
no. But Poland did have a concussion from that hit from McNabb. So like, yeah. What else? What do I got? What do I got? No news there. No news there. Mike Gillis wanted to be the team president, not a GM. Leafs didn't hire a team president. Ooh, that's fun. That's fun.
I want to be the team president, not the GM. All right, well, get fucked then, I guess.
Too bad.
Too bad. Guess you're not getting this job then.
And then, nope, I got all of the news.
Okay. Well, I have one injury, and it's kind of a significant one to the playoff teams, and that is Cale Makar's day-to-day. He did play in Game 3, but he missed both Game 1 and 2.
You have 2 injuries now, bud. You have 3 injuries now, bud.
What? What are they? Just tell me then.
Nate MacKinnon got injured.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And so did Nichushkin.
Really? Yes.
Yeah, I did see that before.
Nichushkin didn't play at all the last 9 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Or something like that. While MacKinnon only was playing power plays.
Yeah, Colorado's in we'll get to that series. They're in a lot of trouble all of a sudden.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get to that series. Oh god. I pressed the button. We're good. Yeah, but that's all.
That's all injuries, at least ones that are reported anyway.
Yeah, Mark Stone missed the first 2 games, but he played.
Of course he did.
The most recent one. But he's actually missed games.
I know. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding around. All right. Well, we want to finish up the Buffalo series, Buffalo-Montreal
series. Yeah, let's finish up the Buffalo series. Breaking my heart.
Yeah, much to our chagrin.
Because when we were recording, Montreal was up. By the time we were finished recording, Montreal was already up 2-0 in the first period.
Looked pretty bleak.
Or at least 1-0.
No, it was 2. I remember.
We recorded through the first period. Okay.
Yeah.
It was 2-0 when we recorded. Philip Deneau opened the scoring with 4 minutes played, and then Zach Bullock scores on the power play to make it 2-0. And Montreal was full control of this game in the first period. Second period, Buffalo got back together. Jordan Greenway scores to make it 2-1 in the second period, and Rasmus Dahlin scores 6 minutes into the third period to tie it at 2. Second period, and then we went to overtime. Second period, third period, and most of overtime. I would say this was Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo had so much control of this game, yeah.
Correctly, towards Montreal's net, but Dobesh stood the test, and Alex Newhook, again, another Game 7 winner.
Is Alex Newhook the new Mr. Game 7?
Maybe for Montreal this
season at the very least. Yeah. It was Justin Williams. Then, in my opinion, it was Brian Rust.
Bonino. I'm sorry.
Hey, that was Game 6.
Game 6. I know. It's in my brain.
Yeah, Alex Newhook sent Montreal to face Carolina in the Eastern Finals. What a season for Buffalo, though.
That was a bad turnover at the blue line.
Yeah.
Which led to the pass, and it wasn't a full breakaway, but like
it was enough.
I saw commentary about just like, oh man, Luukkonen should have had that shot. It's like,
I mean, maybe,
no, dog.
But
no, that was a knuckle puck and a flash, like a flyby screen.
Yeah.
From Evans with the flyby screen, and then that knuckle puck just dove under Luukkonen.
So. Maybe if he got lucky, he could have gotten it, but that's a hard thing to say.
That's what I mean. That wasn't a soft goal. No. Like that was.
An
amazing shot and a great screen to beat the goalie.
I don't think Buffalo fans and their media should dwell on the negatives here. Buffalo had a fantastic season. Lots of fan bases were pulling for them.
They didn't. That was more just like in the game spread Discord, like right as it happened, not like
I got you.
Actual media.
So some random Reddit person. They don't count. They're barely real people.
That don't count, and they're not real people. You're correct. But that turnover was bad at the blue line.
Did you hear me, Reddit? I mean it.
They do need to fix that. Like, that was a bad.
That was a bad turnover. Absolutely.
That was a bad turnover.
Yeah.
All right. Shots in this game: 25 to Montreal to 39 by Buffalo. Jacob Dobesch, 37 for 39 shots, 9-for-9. He played an excellent game.
Yes, he did.
Hits 28 Montreal, 21 Buffalo. There were no, each team had a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
The refs swallowed these whistles, whether or not they should.
Like they usually do in Game 7s.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like
they're not going to call anything unless it's super egregious.
Yeah, Montreal went on the power play for a delay of game by Buffalo. Like, that's how they got their power play.
Right.
So Montreal was 1-for-1. Buffalo was 0-for-1. And then the series stats I have. Penalty minutes. Ooh. Buffalo had 122 penalty minutes.
Okay.
While Montreal had 148.
Baby, that's a lot for both of them.
Yeah. Shots, 206 for Buffalo for 196 for Montreal. But the shot percentage was 11.2 for Buffalo, 13.8 for.
Damn. Those are both pretty high.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty high shooting percentages there.
They were some high scoring games.
Yeah.
A lot of them were blowouts, one way or the other.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There was only two close games.
There was a 6-2 game, an 8-3 game. You know.
Yep. Goalies. Both teams had both goalies play. Lyon played 5. Luukkonen played 4. Luukkonen was 87 for 97, which is a 8.97, and then Lyon, who started this, he had a really good Boston series. He was 83 for 98, which is an 8.47.
Not a great series in this one.
No, they kind of figured him out. Both guys play like opposite styles. Lyon is super aggressive, and that kind of like Marc-Andre Fleury, how he really comes out.
Oh yeah,
and Montreal was all over it.
Pissed off Penguins fans for a long time, because sometimes he would make spectacular saves, and then other times, boy, I wish he was just in the net.
Yep.
Love him though. Love you, Marc-Andre.
The Montreal's goalies, Fowler only played one game. He was 500 because 1 goal and 2 shots.
Yeah.
But that was the 8-3 game.
Right.
Dobesch, 182 saves for 203 shots for a 8.97 save percentage.
This is Jacob Dobesch's coming out party, essentially, these playoffs so far.
I mean, I thought last year was his coming out.
Well, but this one is
this was for everyone else.
Yeah. He looks fantastic, and he's a nasty little boy too. He's been taking penalties in these playoffs.
He's been getting away with penalties.
Yeah, he's taken I believe 4 penalties, which is the first time in 50 years that a goalie has been called for 4 penalties in the playoffs.
I believe it was Edmonton's like the
Oh,
Edmonton
it was
Oilers.
no. You're right. I'm sorry. It was Dwayne Rollison. You're absolutely right. In
Yes.
2006, it wasn't 50 years. It was 20 years.
Yep.
The second you said that, I
Don't
was
say
like,
that.
I remembered exactly
Don't
who it
say
was.
that.
It was
Oh,
20 years ago. I'm
I
sorry.
know, man.
I
But
remember watching that series. I remember watching that Stanley Cup final because Edmonton lost to Carolina in the finals. I remember.
right. It,
Yeah.
So either Montreal's it's going to lose to Carolina now, or they're going to the finals to lose.
Yeah. That's how it works if history
Yep.
tells us anything.
All right, so that's the second round.
That's the second
Montreal
round.
goes on to face Carolina.
All finished up. So I'll go next, and I will talk about Vegas and Colorado. And let me tell you, this series not going how I thought.
We both said
We both said Colorado
in 6.
in 6. Yeah, that's not happening.
No,
That
and we said Carolina
that
for Montreal in 6 as well.
literally can't happen. Yeah. So let's kick things off with game 1. Vegas wins game 1 4-2. I'm going to take a page out of your book, and we're going to go goals and like the time that they were scored.
Yeah.
Coughlin opens the scoring for Vegas to make it 1-0 at 12:29 in the second period. No goals in the first period. Dorofeyev had a power play goal at 15:02 in the second to make it 2-0, and then Howden.
Well, that's what he's going to do.
Huh?
He's going to score a power play goal.
Yeah. And then Howden scored to make it 3-0 at 1:31 in the third period. So Vegas up 3-0, a minute and a half into the third period. Yikes,
Yep.
Now Colorado did battle back. Nichushkin made it 3-1 with 5:53 into the third period. Landeskog on the power play made it 3-2, so they clawed all the way back to a 1-goal deficit at 17:39 in the third period. But that was a little too little, too late because Nick Dowd added an empty net goal to make it 4-2. 19:15 into the third period to end the game. Carter Hart, 36 of 38 in this one for the win. Wedgwood, 24 of 27 in the loss. Colorado outshot him 38-28. Vegas won 56.9% of the faceoffs to 43.1%. Vegas was 1 for 2 on the power play. Colorado 1 for 3 on the power play. Vegas out hit him 34-31 and outblocked him 23-11. So I saw the result of that game, and I'm like, okay, well, it's only one game. I'm sure Colorado will get game 2, and this will be a close series.
Yeah.
Vegas won game 2 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
So that did not happen.
Well, it also they won 3-1, but I don't think the scoreline didn't necessarily reflect how much Vegas kind of controlled that game.
Yeah. Ross Colton opened the scoring for Colorado at 16:59 in the first period to make it 1-0. Then there was no scoring in the second period. Then Eichel scored to tie the game at 1, 9:15 into the third. Barbashev made it 2-1, 11:22 in the third, and then Barbashev again scored the empty net goal to make it 3-1 final at 18:57 in the third. Dorofeyev did not have a goal, but he did have 2 assists in this game. Carter Hart, 30 of 31. Scott Wedgwood, 22 of 24. Colorado outshot him again, 31-25. They outwon them on faceoffs, 58.6 to 41.4. Vegas was 0 for 4 on the power play. Colorado 0 for 2 on the power play. Vegas out-hit them 33-27, and Colorado outblocked them 20-16. Now, I want everybody to remember that somehow, with this juggernaut team that Colorado has, they had one of the worst power plays in the league this year.
Yeah.
Weirdly. Bottom 5, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just don't understand how their power play was quite that bad. With guys like McKinnon and HS and Makar and, others that I can't think of at the moment. Landeskog and, I just don't get why their power play's that bad. and Nichushkin, yeah, and certainly would have helped. A power play goal would have helped a lot in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
So game 3, okay, sorry.
And what I was gonna say, because Colorado doesn't have Makar.
Nope.
These first
two games, yeah.
Colorado won the President's Trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Missing one player, not an excuse.
Nope. Even though he is your second best player, I would say, behind MacKinnon. Missing one player, you shouldn't be getting
I don't care if he's
this hard.
Arguably the best defenseman in the league.
Yeah.
Your team is on paper too deep to just drop 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. They should be. To a Vegas team that has been playing well in the playoffs, but before that, leading up to the playoffs, they were not playing very well.
No, and again, that's why they fired the coach.
Yeah. But apparently they made the right call in doing so. So game 3 rolls around, and I'm like, okay, Colorado has got to win this game, obviously, or they're in a huge hole. Yep. Cale Makar is back in this one, probably not 100%, certainly not 100%, but he's back.
He dislocated his shoulder.
Oof.
That's why he's been out.
That's so, boy. And Colorado was in control in the first period. Landeskog scored 3:21 into the game to make it 1-0. Nazem Kadri scored 7:03 into the first period to make it 2-0. And Jack Drury scored a shorthanded goal at 13:15 in the first to make it 3-0. And I'm watching this game and I'm like, okay, there we go. They got their groove back. They've knocked off the cobwebs or whatever's going on with them. But then I watched the second period, and I could just feel the result of this game coming, because Vegas absolutely reversed the ice on them, 100%.
Yep.
Started with Mark Stone scoring 19 seconds into the second period on the power play to make it 3-1. Karlsson, that's William Karlsson, his first goal of the playoffs, 4:05 in the second period. He missed the majority of the season as well.
He played 12 games this season, and then he missed the first round of the playoffs.
And he's back, and he scored.
Well, he's their best defensive forward.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Hands down.
So it helps that he's back. So that makes it 3-2 in the second period. Keegan Colasar scores at 12:46 in the second to tie the game.
Mm-hmm.
So first period's all Colorado, second period's all Vegas, third period it's all Vegas again. Tomas Hertl scored at 8:21 in the third period to make it 4-3. And if I'm a Colorado fan at that point, you just feel this game is over. You have blown a 3-0 lead. Let them take the lead. Speaking as a Penguins fan who watched them do this a bunch this year, that game's over at that point. And Brett Howden scored an empty net goal to make it 5-3 to seal the deal at 19:01 in the third. And Vegas takes game 3 5-3, takes a 3-0 stranglehold on this series.
I think this series is over.
I think the series is over too.
You can see it on the players' faces.
I think I think, to elude what you were talking about before, I think Colorado is significantly injured that they haven't alluded to, because they've been able to get through it until this point. But Makar, like you said, his shoulder's fucked up. Something is wrong with MacKinnon, and now Nichushkin's injured.
His thing was he blocked a shot, so might
something's
just have,
broken.
Or it could be a bone bruise. It could just be a bruise.
But, he hasn't scored in this series at all, and that was before he got hurt in this game.
Right.
So who knows if he's dealing with something else. Colorado has just generally looked off in this series, completely.
I think that's more Tortorella and Vegas's
could
coaching.
Be. Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from Vegas. I don't want to take anything away from them.
Tortorella's teams clog up the center of the ice. They clog up the neutral zone. They do not allow good transition. Which is
just might be the hard counter to Colorado.
Bread and butter. But also, this is all like all the clowning on the Pacific this season, these teams were not Edmonton.
Not Edmonton.
But like Vegas was built for the playoffs.
Yes.
They're
Vegas
built for the playoffs.
specifically was built for the playoffs, and I think we even made that guess before the playoffs even started. We wondered if Vegas was just going to turn it on at some point in these playoffs, and they are, and they have. They did against the Ducks, and it's continuing against Colorado.
They did it against Utah. They did. See, Utah was a couple of different bounces from winning that series. Like,
so
it seems like, the best teams in the league this year were the Central. In the Central, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, those teams, they're looking like they were built for the regular season.
At this point,
the playoffs are here.
I mean, up until this series, Colorado has looked great in the playoffs, right? They sweep 5 games against the one of the other supposedly best teams in the league. So they were 8-1 coming into this series.
Right.
Only team that was better is Carolina at 8-0 going into their series.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Vegas is just like, oh yeah, you guys should have been paying more attention to us because here we are. Now we're up 3-0 in this series.
They've talked like this Vegas team is not getting rattled.
Nope.
Like they aren't doing it. Being down late into the game does not bother them because they've been doing it all season.
Yep. Not even that. Like they're playoff hardened too, you know.
There was that stat they were like plus 108 in third periods.
That's an insane stat.
During the regular season.
That's an insane stat.
It's why they kept getting those extra points.
Yeah.
Because they were bad at 3v3, but they got to the.
But they got there. They got the loser point. Yeah.
So as what we've said in the playoffs, there's no 3v3. Like
no 3v3, no fucking shootouts. So Vegas is like, we're gonna play 5-on-5 till this is fucking over.
And we can do that.
And we will do that.
And honestly, Mitch Marner's currently the playoff points leader. He is looking like the Conn Smythe favorite.
Oh boy. I said this before we started recording. I don't want Vegas to win the Stanley Cup because, they won it semi-recently.
Yeah.
And, it'd be nice for somebody else to win it. On top of them being kind of like just
cutthroaty
and kind of shitbaggy of an organization. Yeah. As well. But if they won and Mitch Marner got the Conn Smythe, the meltdown out of Toronto will be legendary. Correct me if I'm wrong. He would be following in the footsteps of Phil Kessel winning the Stanley Cup the year after he got traded away from Toronto.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 years after with Kessel, but he went to the Penguins and pretty much immediately won a Stanley Cup.
Again, if I'm Mitch Martin, like the fact that Toronto got what they got, like they got a first because they traded Waugh for a first.
Yeah. So technically they got a first.
The fact that they got a first. If I was Marner, with how I was getting railroaded by the media, you wouldn't have gotten anything from me.
Oh yeah, you'd have been like, no, I'm gonna walk into the free agency. See ya.
Like, yeah, you can argue about tampering.
Sure.
That's but like every
team is doing tampering. We talked about this last year leading up to free agency. Everyone knows all the fucking contracts days before. Now it seems like they tapped down on that last year though, because I didn't see people. They at least told reporters to shut the fuck up. I think the NHL did, because it was like the year before that was so insane. Like they knew Brett Pesce's contract 2 months, like a month beforehand, which was insane. It's so stupid, Like it takes the fun out of July 1st, right?
Yeah. July 1st is going to be boring this year.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
And we'll get to that with the recaps.
There might be some trades, at least, I think might be interesting, but the free agency is going to suck. this year.
He's going to suck. So let's talk about.
Well, hold on. Let me
sorry.
finish up the statistics of this game. We went off on tangents. Tays had 2 assists for Colorado. Wedgwood 18 of 22. Marner and Korczak had 2 assists apiece, and Carter Hart was 32 of 35. Colorado outshot him 35-23. Vegas won 55.4% of the faceoffs to 44.6% of the faceoffs. 0 for 4 on the power play, Colorado. 1 for 3 on the power play, Vegas. Vegas outhit him 34-17 and outblocked him 22-11. One last thing before we move over to the Eastern Conference Final is that Mitch Marner threw some shade at Toronto after Game 3.
Oh, he did?
Because he was the one that said in the post-game interview that you already kind of mentioned that he said that, being down in these playoffs, we don't get rattled. This team is full of veterans. Nobody is turning on each other and pointing fingers at each other. And so we're just playing as a team, and we know we can get out of it. And it's like, oh, I wonder what he's talking about.
Yeah, right?
And I read that. I was like, oh, I cannot wait to see the takes out of Toronto after he said that shit.
Oh,
because you said that, and I thought for sure you were gonna attribute it to him, but that was him who said that. Yeah,
I didn't see that quote.
Because I was talking, oh boy,
I was talking to the Mark Stone.
Yeah, no. I mean, you can see it. You can see obviously. Oh, he had that quote.
He had a quote as well. It's just like, yeah, we've been doing this all more than we want to all season. So we're kind of used to it.
Marner said we're not turning each other and pointing the blame and pointing the finger at each other.
Hoo.
And I was like, oh baby, what a thing to say. Let me just double check that was him who said that, but I'm pretty sure it was because I remember seeing it on the hockey subreddit and being like, boy.
There was multiple guys talking about how just we know how to come back from behind. But I don't doubt that Marner said no one's pointing the finger. That's a spicy.
That's a spicy quote. That's a spicy quote. Yeah.
All right. I am going to get into Carolina Montreal while I put up the game on my computer. There we go.
Here we go. Mitch Marner on remarkable comeback. This is from 11 hours ago. We have an older group that just stays patient and stays calm. We don't turn on each other. We don't get mad at each other. So I paraphrased it a little bit, but that is what he said.
That's enough.
That's enough. That's enough to be that's enough in hockey to be like a pretty inflammatory quote. Because hockey players are such robots most of the time.
I mean, we've talked about it. When they show a little bit of emotion, they get
everybody's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he had that outburst." And it's because he said we played shitty or something.
Yeah. Got Ryan Miller saying, Lucic running in with Bush League.
That was Bush League.
That was great.
That was correct. He's right to say that.
All right, let's talk about the Eastern Conference Final.
Yes.
Game 1, Montreal at Carolina. And you texted me this. I think 11 days off was too many.
Yeah, I think so. Because they looked like trash in this game.
Montreal came out swinging, scoring 4 goals in the first period. Now, they did give up the first goal with under a minute in the game.
True.
Like they did all series against Buffalo.
Yeah, that's true. It just seems like a thing that they do.
Give up the easy one first. And then, so Seth Jarvis scores with 30 seconds into the game, and then Cole Caulfield ties it with a minute played. Philip Deneau, 4 minutes played.
Yeah.
Alexandre Texier, 8 minutes played, and Ivan Demidov, 11 minutes played.
Yeah. It
4-1.
was it was just they were just pouring it on.
Absolutely.
And like Carolina just couldn't even get the puck. Like
No, they were
that
losing
first
every
period was
battle.
like holy hell.
Like Montreal was coming out swinging. Also, there was a fun little thing. Quebec's prime minister
Mm-hmm.
ended up going to France for something,
Mm-hmm.
and gave the French prime minister Alexander Texier jersey because
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
he's from France.
Yeah, he's from France. Yeah.
And Alexander Texier, I believe, with this goal, becomes France's highest points scorer in the NHL playoffs.
Really?
Passing Bellemare. Yeah.
Bellemare just played for so long. I'm surprised.
Right.
Although he's not a big scorer, he was kind of like a muck and grinder kind of guy.
Yeah. But again, this is just playoffs.
No, I understand.
He's just had a really good playoffs.
Maybe Bellemare just didn't really play in the playoffs that much.
I think that's another part of it. Eric Robinson scored in the second period to make it 4-2, but then in the third period, Slafkovsky scored 7 minutes played, and then Slafkovsky again hits the empty net to make it 6-2. Carolina does outshoot Montreal 28-22.
It looked sloppy as hell in that first period.
It looked so bad in that first period. Both teams were 0-2 on the power play. Hits. Montreal 18. Carolina 44.
Sorry, I dropped my.
But yeah,
they
were
making
down.
faces because I dropped my notebook.
Gotcha. But they were down by a lot, so of course they were just throwing the body.
Yeah.
I
mean that's kind of always happens in games when you go down. Then one team starts out shooting the other, and it's because they're down by 4 goals.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Game 2, Carolina comes back.
Yes.
They win 3-2 in overtimes. Nikolai Ehlers had a fantastic game.
Yes, he did.
Eric Robertson scores for Carolina in the first 2 minutes of the game to make it 1-0, but then Josh Anderson scores 11 minutes in to make it 1-1. Nikolai Ehlers scores on an amazing solo effort.
Oh yeah,
like that was dirty.
Around some defensemen
and dirtiest of dangles, and threw it on net and catches a Dobesh 5-hole to make it 2-1. Josh Anderson scores in the third period to tie it, and then Nikolai Ehlers gets the game winner in overtime, 3-2. Carolina outshoots Montreal 26-12. This was like
only 12 shots is nuts.
But only
they got
12
2
shots
goals off of them.
They were good opportunities. But Carolina very much controlled their defensive end.
Well, this was more of a Carolina game because if you guys remember in the regular season, they did that a lot, where they would have like 40 shots and the other team would have like 15.
Yes, hits 46-16.
Whew, good God, that's that's such a big.
Carolina was hitting everything that moved.
It worked, I guess. They did win the game.
Montreal was 0-2 on the power play. Carolina was 0-3 on the power play. I do want to take a quick moment to complain about the refs.
Okay. We haven't really done that much this playoffs because they haven't been comparatively as bad as previous seasons.
We talked about it a little bit during a previous Colorado
series,
Minnesota series with the butt end of a stick.
Yeah.
This happened again. It wasn't a head. It wasn't a butt. I believe it was Texier. Speared Keandre Miller. Got called for 2. Were speared.
I thought spearing was supposed to be a major.
It is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They reviewed it and they dropped it to 2.
I thought it was just I thought there's not even a 2 for spearing. I thought it was just a major.
They called it slashing.
Slashing his dick.
Exactly.
Because in case you guys don't know, that's what spearing is when they nut shot each other with their sticks.
Yeah.
I guess they can't call it nut shot 5-minute major.
Under review, they dropped it to a 2. And like the commentary afterwards was driving me insane because it's TNT, so it's like Biz, it's like
I never listened to them. I don't know why you listen to them talk.
Well, some of it was fun because they're just like they're both everyone's just like it's a slash or like it's a spear, but like I get not wanting to give him a 5 because, and here's the thing, I don't
playoffs. Like,
I don't get that.
No, it should be the same penalties in the regular season and the postseason. I don't care that it's less games.
And
I think you can make. I think that argument makes more sense to me if you're talking about a suspension in the playoffs, where it's like 1 game in the playoffs equals like 3 games of the regular season kind of thing. That sort of makes sense to me, but not a major drop down to a 2 because you're like, oh, it's the playoffs, we don't want to give them a major. Like, no, you should just give them the major.
I forgot who said, just like I wish you could give them a 4. Like a double minor, and then this was hilarious from Gretzky. He was just like, "How do you check if they're bleeding?"
That is pretty funny. All right, take your pants off. We gotta look.
But here's the thing: you call a spear as an automatic game misconduct 5-minute major, and it's a 4 if they miss. So
that's funny.
It's the same with butt ending as a stick. Like, you connect.
That's a 5.
It's a 5, but if you attempt to connect, it's a 4. This is the refs not wanting to influence the game. By not wanting to influence the game, you're influencing the game.
You're influencing the game. Yeah.
And it makes things get dirtier.
Correctly. Yeah.
It's also why this series specifically, there's so much diving. There's a
lot of diving in the playoffs, just kind of in general this year. There's a lot of embellishment this year.
If Gooley doesn't end up with at least a fine, and I like Gooley, he's been bad.
Well, look, I like Sidney Crosby, but his embellishment was ridiculous. So
that's fair.
I'm not gonna defend it.
But that's the thing, like, if players you're fouling me.
Mm-hmm.
If I try to skate through this, I'm not going to get the call.
Right.
So of course I'm going to react. So of course I'm going to throw myself to the ice, because otherwise you're not going to call this obvious penalty that they're doing to me. So just fucking call it.
And there won't be embellishment. Yeah.
Like,
I don't think I will go back and say that does not apply to Sidney Crosby. His embellishment was really stupid, did not need to happen. It was very obvious penalty.
Yep. If he just falls to his knees.
It's just one knee, or he just like reacts a little bit, like puts his head back and like grabs his face and is like, what the fuck? The penalty would have gotten caught, he would not have gotten embellishment.
Exactly.
But he acted like he got shot by a sniper.
Yep.
And it's like, I was watching that game and I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Crosby?
Like,
you're smarter than that.
Lane Hudson got called for a hooking or a tripping, or an embellishment for a hooking or a tripping, where again he was getting hooked.
Mm-hmm. But he did too much to try to
Yeah, exactly.
He did too much to try to get the call, and they were like, well, we have to call you too. Absolutely.
And the amount of, again, because it's a game day thread in Reddit, it's just toxic crap.
Oh yeah.
People say, Montreal fans saying that Miller was diving. It's just like, look at the replay, man. He got speared.
He doesn't even have nuts, I bet. He's embellishing.
But yeah, no,
Oh God, the playoffs brings out the worst in every fan base.
And also going back to the last game, the Colorado Vegas game, where Dorofeyev cross checks the puck in.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of discussion about that. And I think
go ahead.
I think it was no goal. I think no goal was the correct call.
I think so too, because you can't really tell if he hit it with his hand. It was very close if he did or did not. But also, his stick was high. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think it was a high stick regardless. So it shouldn't have been a penalty.
It does not matter if it touched the stick or not.
Yeah.
My issue is
yeah.
NHL refs refusing to explain, or or if they do, it's poor, because there was all this. The review took forever.
Yes, it did. It took a solid 5 minutes.
And then when they got on the mic to it after the review, they were just like, "The call on the ice is confirmed, no goal." It's like,
and no further explanation of why they said that.
And the information came out gradually later.
Sure.
Where
because they have like the retired ref or the rules guy on the broadcast that they're like, okay, can you tell us why? And he's probably texting somebody in the main office being like, can you give me the explanation so I could say it on air for everybody?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And it was the fact that the call on the ice, like
they couldn't overturn it. Yeah.
Right. But then don't say the call is confirmed, because it wasn't confirmed. It was
inconclusive, so the call on the ice has to stand. Yeah.
Call on the ice stand. Like, you can announce just like the call on the ice stands, no goal. But it's like this is like a little thing.
Yeah.
But like,
but it's like it makes me think of other sports where, like, I just watched shout out John Boy, if anybody knows who John Boy is, but I just watched one of his breakdowns last night of a NBA game where the ref like completely perfectly explained what happened and why he was calling what he was calling in 2 different instances. But it also makes me think of the Steelers-Lions game from this past year that ended on the play should have ended way earlier, but they came in and it was like they called on the field that Detroit scored a touchdown. And that's what the ref said at first. He said Detroit scored a touchdown, and everybody cheered because it was in Detroit. But then he goes, however, and I was like, oh, that's diabolical. That however is diabolical. Because they were like, the receiver did offensive pass interference before it happened, thus canceling out the touchdown, and also the game is over. But, like, if you watch that play as well, and Clay, I know you agree with me, he should have been called, like, forward progress should have been ended way before that, but, like, whatever. I guess they got there anyway. But it's just so funny to see, like, NBA and NFL referees who are bad in their own rights, but, like, explaining very clearly why they called it the way they called it. At least in those instances that I'm bringing up. There's other instances where they're just like, absolutely. I don't know, pass interference. But, like, and then the NHL refs never do that, right?
Right, like
the NHL famous for you can't do that 2 minutes, and it was just like that ref had a brain fart.
And he was right. Like,
he was right. He was correct. But
like, no, you can't do that.
Can't do that. Like, 2 minutes. That should just be what they call penalties always from now on. Can't do that. 2 minutes. Can't do that. 5 minutes.
If he had just said the call on the ice stands, like, I wouldn't be bringing.
You
this
wouldn't
up.
be quibbling about it, yeah.
But he said confirmed, and, like, looking at it,
it's really hard to tell if it hit his hand or not. I do agree with you that it was a high stick, though. I thought that's what they were going to say.
This is hard to tell the difference because of Vegas' uniforms.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because
the glove colors,
the white tape of Dorofeyev's sticks blended in with the white strip on his glove.
Mm.
So
so it made it hard to see. Yeah.
It made it hard to see where the puck actually hit the stick because the white, there's just a connecting strip of white. So
yeah,
rule of cool, but like
I think the rule of cool should, much like in D&D, should be the number one rule that any sports goes by.
every once in a
It's
while.
cool if it's cool as fuck. I'm gonna let it stand. You know?
Right, because it was clear that it wasn't directly his
No.
glove.
At most, it was like it hit
his
the
thumb.
side of a finger or the side of his thumb.
Yep.
Like it wasn't his hand like batting it in.
Right.
But yeah, yeah. All right, well, that's where we stand with the conference finals right now.
Absolutely.
The Eastern Conference Final Game 3 is going on at the moment while we record again.
Uh-huh.
But we're going to move into our season wrap-ups for 4 teams. As we move up the standings. What'd you say, ooh?
I saw the hit that Montreal was mad about.
As we move up the standings, we're going from low to high here. I'm going to do Nashville next.
Okay.
Nashville finished 38, 33, and 11, 87 points. Good for 22nd in the league this season overall. It's okay, Ruth. Sorry, somebody's firing off fireworks outside. They were 23 point.
I was upset about the plane that was going overhead over here.
23.1% on the power play. Good for 11th. That's not bad. 22.3% on the adjusted power play, which is 5th.
Wow.
And that's crazy. That's a crazy jump because they only had 2 shorthanded goals against the entire season.
Wow.
That's the least.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's crazy. I was like, how did they jump up 6 spots? And then I pulled up how many shorthanded goals against they had. I was like, oh, that's how. They only got scored on twice. Yeah. As for their penalty kill, 81.7. That's 4th. 85.0. Tied for 5th adjusted.
Wow.
Pretty good. Special teams, pretty good.
They had
the 5-on-5.
Start.
They did have a really bad start. They dug out of it, sorta. They were kind of threatening a playoff spot for a little bit, but then they fell back off.
Yeah.
Their 5-on-5 clearly not great because they had 247 goals for to 269 goals against as minus 22 goal differential. Good for 22nd, weirdly. So, Nashville has some things to fix, and they have $28.25 million going into the offseason to fix it, which is 10th most heading into the offseason. And you know what? They really don't have that many free agents. Their UFAs are Eric Howla, Tyson Jost, and I forget this guy's first name, but his last name is Gravel. He's a defenseman.
Awesome.
Their only RFA is Justin Barron, who's a defenseman. So that's only 4 guys, and realistically, you could probably get those 4 guys back for like $6 million all in told, I would think.
Yeah.
Eric Howla is the only one that's going to be like a few $1 million probably, but probably not that much. So the thing is with the Predators is I pull up their projected lineup on Puckpedia. Now, this isn't perfectly what their lineup is going to be or anything like that, but what really strikes me is that they have 3 guys over the age of 35 in Stamkos, O'Reilly, and Marchessault on their forward lineup, and then 8 guys 24 years old or younger, and then Philip Forsberg. What a weird lineup they have. What a weird forward lineup they have. Because Evangelista is 24, I think this is Miles Wood is 21, LaRue 23, Martin 19, Kemmel 22, Wilsblatt 24, Svechkov 23, Schaefer 22. That's it.
That can't be Miles Wood.
Huh?
That can't be Miles Wood.
Then it's the other Wood. I don't remember. Hold on. Matthew Wood, excuse me.
Okay,
Matthew Wood.
Yeah.
Because
if Miles
Wood, no, you're right. Miles Wood is closer to 30, I think.
All right.
So, what a strange forward group of 3 guys closer to retirement than not. Very good player in Philip Forsberg, and then a bunch of guys that are more or less rookies, or, like a couple years in the league. Strange. I think that might be part of their issue, is that they don't got a lot of veteran presence outside of, 4 guys. On defense, Shea, Yossi, Haig, Perbix, Wilsby, Barron. That's fine. That's a fine defensive lineup. It's not great. Shea and Yossi are pretty good, but, past that is kind of like, meh. I like Haig, but meh. Saros and Noonan and net. And then Ufko, O'Hara, and some guy named Pinchuk on their bench. And Pinchuk doesn't even have a number, so I'm assuming he did not play at all last year.
Cool.
So and we already alluded to this, but the free agency is going to be kind of shitty this year, so there's not a lot to pick from. And I don't think there is much out there that Nashville can get to fix their lineup.
Well, how much? This is the perfect time to bring it up.
Sure.
I could see, this seems like it could and should be the time that teams use. Oh fuck! What's the? I can't think of it.
Offer sheet.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I
somehow telepathically knew what you were trying to say.
Whole thing about offer. Yes, this seems like it could and should be the time that teams use offer sheets.
Sure. But the punishment for the offer sheets, especially the high ones, is so much, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody giving Robertson an offer sheet at the number that he wants because it'll cost them 4 first-round draft picks to do it. Nobody's going to do that. They would rather try to work out a trade before they did that.
Right, that's true, but there are
guys to be had for lower. I see where you're coming from, yeah. Like St. Louis did with Holloway and Broberg a couple years ago.
I would hate this, but Zach Benson.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much cap space Buffalo's got, but if they want to keep
he's an
Tuck,
RFA this year. He's an RFA this year. They only have $13 million in cap.
Yeah, you could really tie their hands with that. You're correct. I totally think you're correct. This would be a great time for teams that are like, we don't need these draft picks necessarily. We're trying to improve our team, not build for the future.
Yeah.
So let's sign them right to $1 less than whatever that cutoff is, and make it a second and a third that we have to pay to give this guy, I don't know all the cutoffs, but $7 million or whatever. That really fucks their team and gives them no choice. Than to just accept that, take our draft picks, and give us that player. You're right. And there's teams with, we've already mentioned this, enormous amounts of cap space heading into this offseason. Pittsburgh, San Jose, Chicago have $40+ million in cap space. I think Anaheim, too, also has a lot of cap space. And are you going to spend it on all the shitty guys in free agency, or are you going to try to finagle and fuck over other teams by doing it? So we'll see. Come on, Kyle Dubas. Let's get crazy, baby. Let's get crazy.
Yeah,
give Robertson $12 million. Pay 4 first-round draft picks. I don't care.
When you have Buffalo, for example, Alex Tuck is their free agent.
Yeah.
The big UFA. He wants 10.
Sure.
But Kesselring, Krebs, Kesselring, Krebs, and Benson are all UFA are all RFAs.
I think Benson. I think they should focus on getting Benson under contract. Definitely,
I do
he
too.
should be the number one worry.
And like I know Krebs was the big target of the Peterka trade, and yeah, they got Doan and already locked him up long term.
You mean Kesselring? Kesselring was the.
Yes, I said Krebs.
Krebs came in the Eichel trade.
Yes, with Tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kesselring was the big target, and while he's not happy with his role right now, and like wasn't necessarily trusted by the coaches in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Give him an offer sheet, like give him an off season, like healthy time, rest up, and work that way back in the lineup. Like,
yeah.
Because I do like his play. I liked his play on Utah last year.
Yeah, you were pretty pumped about that part of the trade. I recall.
I liked Stone too, and he just ended up working out better than expected.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about Buffalo. We're going to talk about Seattle.
Seattle. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I didn't do Nashville's draft picks. Nashville has their own first-round draft pick, which is 10th overall. They have 2 second-round picks, their own in Minnesota. 2 third-round picks, their own in Seattle's. 2 fourth-round picks, their own in Pittsburgh's. 3 fifth-round picks, their own Edmonton and Carolina's. Utah 6th, and their own 7th. They have a shitload of draft picks this year.
I think we could get more offer sheets if they change the rules.
To just having whatever draft picks you have and not your own draft picks? Is that what you're going to say? I agree too, because that's kind of a weird part of the rule that they have to be your draft picks.
It could make worse teams better by ones that like ended up accumulating.
Yeah, a bunch of seconds and thirds or something, and then but it just doesn't happen to be their seconds and thirds. But
exactly. So I think you fix that or change that, you get a lot more.
Yeah. Well, the other unfortunate thing about offer sheets is that there's like the fucking gentleman's agreement around GMs that are like, well, nobody's going to do that, right? But I think that's changing because St. Louis definitely crossed that line.
St. Louis has always crossed that line?
Oh, that's true. Actually, you're right.
St. Louis has a history of offer sheets.
I forgot about all of that. Yeah. Scott Stevens, one of the major ones. But like Philadelphia did it with Shea Weber, remember?
Yeah.
And that's how but Nashville ended up matching it, and that's how he got that ridiculous like 14-year contract that is ending this year.
Yep.
While he's already in the Hall of Fame.
That's why things ended bad in Detroit with Datsuk.
Yeah, true.
Because Carolina gave him an offer sheet.
Yeah.
And he signed it.
So
Detroit matched it.
Teams will break those unwritten handshake rules in certain circumstances. You know, like Carolina did it with Kotkaniemi, right?
Yep.
Where that hasn't really worked out. He's not that great, but they still did it.
It hasn't worked out, but then Montreal tried to be petty and do it with Aho.
And Aho just didn't sign that one, but so we'll see. Maybe that would be exciting.
Again,
that would make this offseason more exciting. The players have to agree to it, yeah. But yeah, like some team comes around, say Nashville comes around and is like, "Hey, Zach Benson, here's $7 million."
Which
I think he would sign that, right?
He's earned that.
I think Buffalo will get him at a discounted rate if and when they resign him. I'm sure it'll be like 2 years, like 3.5, something like that for Benson. Because he'll still be an RFA after that, kind of logic. Excuse me. But Nashville comes around, doubles that, makes it even higher. Here's 8.
Yeah.
He's gonna sign that. I would.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, thank you for drafting me. Like, I don't want to leave, but they're offering me $8 million. So.
And all right, we'll match it. Here we go. Sorry, Tuck.
Sorry, Tuck. We got to keep our younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Seattle correct? Is that what you said?
Yes. Seattle went 34, 37, and 11 this past season. They had 79 points. Their power play was 19.5%, which is 20th.
Yep.
Adjusted, it was 16.4%, which is 22nd.
Well, hey, there's 10 teams worse than them, so.
Their penalty kill was 72.2%.
Oh, that's so bad.
Which is 31st.
Oh, so close to being last.
Yeah, Vancouver's was last.
That's right. Vancouver's was last.
Adjusted was 73.1, which is 32nd.
Ah.
There Vancouver's was second to
last. Such bad penalty kills. Good Lord.
Yeah, no, they were bad all season. The goals for it were 226, which is 28th in the league. The goals against were 263, which is 23rd in the league. Their cap.
Yikes.
And this is why I bring up offer sheets.
Yeah.
$28 million.
Yeah, it's right there with Nashville.
They have 0 RFAs that they have to take care of.
Uh-oh. Yeah, maybe they take some swings.
UFAs. And their UFAs are Jaden Schwartz, 33-year-old left winger, coming off a 5x5.5. He played 50 games, 11 goals. I'll get in their stats later because I want to tell you the full UFAs.
Okay. Yep.
Jaden Schwartz.
Mm-hmm.
Eli Tolvanen.
Okay.
Bobby McMann.
Right.
Jamie Alexiak. And Matt Murray.
Ooh, the only ones you might want to bring back are Eli Tolvanen and Bobby McCann. McMahon, excuse me. McCann's a different player.
On Seattle.
Also on Seattle, yeah. McCann, or no, I'm sorry, I did it again. McMahon, I think if I remember correctly, played pretty well for Seattle when he got over there.
He had 19 goals in Toronto and 10 goals on Seattle.
Yeah, he played really well when he got to Seattle.
Well. All right, Schwartz, 33-year-old left winger, 50 games played because I love Schwartz, but he's always hurt.
He cannot stay. He cannot stay healthy.
There's been 2 seasons where he's been healthy, and that was the year that they won it.
Yeah, on the Blues, yeah.
St. Louis, and last year for Seattle.
Oh, okay. That was it. In his, you say he's 33 and 10+ year career.
Yeah. I mean, he's had a couple seasons over 70, but games played, but
you always be missing a chunk of games. Yeah.
You always be missing a chunk of games. 11 goals, 15 assists, 26 points. Tolvanen, 78 games played, 12 goals, 24 assists, 36 points. McMahon over between Toronto and Seattle, 78 games played, 29 goals, 17 assists, 46 points.
What a season for him. Nearly 30 goals. Good Lord.
Yeah, and again, 10 of them were on
Seattle.
In
what, 20 games? Not even?
Yeah. He's coming off a 2 by 1.35.
He's going to get so much more money.
Yep. Alexiak is coming off a 5 by 4.6. 5 years, $4.6 million. 78 games played, 5 goals, 10 assists. And Matt Murray had a 1 by 1. He only played 5 games.
Yeah.
But he had a 2.21 goals against average with a 9.22 save percentage.
Okay, Matt Murray, my man.
Okay when he's healthy.
Big Muzz. My dude Muzz coming back. Come back to the Penguins.
Their top players. Eberle, 80 games played, 26 goals, 29 assists for 55 points.
Oof. 55 points is their top scorer.
Look, we are looking at the worst in the leagues.
I guess that's true. And they were one of the least scoring teams in the league, right? Didn't you say their goals for was 28th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Calgary's highest point scorer was 45.
I know. Everybody's beating Calgary. I know.
Well, more like no one in Calgary is scoring. because Calgary gave up less goals than Seattle.
Ooh, not great.
But Matty Beniers is number 2, 82 games played, 20 goals, 30 assists, 50 points. And then Chandler Stevenson, 80 games played, 16 goals, 33 assists for 49 points.
All right.
And now we're talking about like this team and how we could be seeing offer sheets. We could see some trades for like picks because their picks they have. Oh man. They were up, now they're not. Their picks, they have 2 first-round picks, their own and Tampa's. Either Yanni Gourde, I believe Yanni
Gourde. Crazy to trade a first-round pick for Yanni Gourde.
Or was it?
No, I think it might have been Bjorkstrand.
It was Bjorkstrand.
Yeah, that one makes a little more sense to me.
They have a second, no third, 2 fourths, no fifths, a 6 and 2 sevenths.
Okay.
So like you can move some picks.
Yeah. If you're trying to be done with rebuilding, and I don't know if Seattle is, but
you have a brand new GM.
Right. That's right.
But Jason Botterill.
It's Jason Botterill. So
somehow that seems like a lateral move from Ron Francis.
Another one of those guys that's like, how does he keep getting jobs? You know.
Well, this is only his second GM job.
I guess that's true. He was an AGM on Pittsburgh. Time. That's how he got the job in Buffalo. But he has been out of work for a while at this point.
Well, no, he was working in Seattle for a while as like an AGM.
Okay, so he just got bumped up.
Yeah, he got promoted. But yeah, that's Seattle.
Okay, again, like I know we keep saying this, but I don't have any idea what any of these teams are going to do in the offseason just because free agency is awful. There's Alex Tuck, and that's about it. That's about it. I mean, look, there's good depth guys in there, but it's nothing exciting. McMahon is going to get a lot of money from somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Seattle was smart, they would keep him because he played wonderfully after he got over there. But the fact that he's coming off would you say 2 by like 1.5 or something?
1.35.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, I'll take $5 million, thank you very much. I nearly scored 30 goals last year.
Yep.
And I cannot wait to see what team Jamie Alexiak tricks into giving him a 4x4 again this offseason.
He'll get a 4x5.
That's even worse. Him, Erica Branson are in that, and a couple other guys are in that club of how do you keep getting this contract?
Yep.
All right. Next up, we got the Islanders, who were in a playoff spot for so long this season and then just fell off a cliff the last month of the year.
Well, because Sorokin was
more average. He went back to being above average rather than godly like he was for the rest of the season. They finished 43, 34, and 5, 91 points. That is 19th overall in the regular season. Their power play, 16.5%. That's 30th. Adjusted, 12.8, which is also 30th. Barf. However, they've gotten over the having both the worst power play and worst penalty kill. I have a lisp for a second there. Because their penalty kill was 80.8. That is good for 9th. Adjusted, 85%, which is tied for Nashville in 5th place. The two teams I did this week both had the same adjusted penalty kill. Their goals for 233, goals against 241. That's a -8 goal differential, good for 17th in the league. Their UFAs, big one right at their projected cap, $12.54 million. That is 25th most cap going into the offseason. Not good because their captain is a UFA, Anders Lee. That's a big one. Carson Soucy, UFA. Tony DeAngelo, Adam Boquist, and David Riddick, all UFAs this year. Their RFAs more reasonable, Gatcomb and Shabanov. So I don't know who of those guys are going to be back. I would think they would prioritize bringing Anders Lee back since he's the captain, but maybe not. They're like, you know what? You don't have dark hair. We don't want you on this team anymore. We're the Islanders. Everybody has to have dark, slicked back hair.
They got rid of Lamoriello.
I know, but that wasn't a Lou Lamoriello only thing.
But also, most of those guys didn't necessarily have dark, slick back hair. I felt like a lot of them had blonde, slick back hair at one point.
I think I just kept seeing the same guys, and I was like, that's what they all look like on the Islanders. They all are dark, slicked back hair. It's not pushback, it's slicked back, so you know they're assholes. So I think you should leave reference for anybody in the audience. Let's look at their projected lineup from Puckpedia. Holmstrom, Horvat, Palmieri. We'll see when Palmieri comes back from his knee injury. Shout out to him, though. Tore his ACL, got an assist on the play, though, as well. Stood back up after tearing his ACL and passed the puck to a goal. Pretty incredible. Stole the puck and passed it. Pretty incredible play for a guy on one leg.
Yep.
Braden Shen, who they got in a trade at the trade deadline. Matthew Barzal and Callum Ritchie, who is, I believe, a rookie this year. Andre Palat, who they also got at the trade deadline. J.G. Pajot and I think it's Emil Heineman. And then McLean, Cizikas, and Gatcomb as your bottom line. I like that Puckpedia just assumes some players are going to be back and assumes other players won't.
Yeah.
Which I think is such a funny conceit on their part because they have Gatcomb in this lineup, but they don't have like Anders Lee or Shabanov in the lineup.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, we're guessing that those guys are going to be gone, but Gatcomb is going to be back. I don't of all the players, yeah. It's not even like Shabanov's on the bench. He's not. He's just not there. And neither is Anders Lee. For defense, they have Schaefer, Pulock, Pelech, Mayfield, and Romanov and Boquist. I think they were really missing Romanov towards the end of the year because he didn't play for a lot this year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he got
injured. And as for goalies, they have Sorokin and, incorrectly, Varlamov, because I don't think Varlamov's ever going to play again.
No.
As for the bench, don't forget they have Anthony Duclair. For some reason, he's on the bench in this projection. Some guy named George, no idea who that is, and Pierre Engvall, who I also don't think is going to ever play again. Maybe.
Pierre Engvall. Maybe. I mean, Patrick Waugh is no longer the coach.
That's true, but Pierre Engvall has a pretty serious ankle injury that he's still dealing with. That's what I meant. Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize
he's still listed as injured on here. He had ankle surgery. We'll see if he's back next year. Maybe he's back. Oh, and I spoke too soon. Shabanov, they just have in the minors on this. But no Anders Lee. So they're just assuming Anders Lee and all those other guys, except for Boquist that I talked about, are gone. Interesting choice.
Yeah.
So the Islanders' big problem this year was absolutely their defense. When Sorokin was
so
not
bad
godly,
the entire season.
They, especially that last few weeks of the season. I remember us talking about the Islanders-Penguins game that I was super nervous about because it was a huge game. And the Penguins ended up trouncing the Islanders in that game because that was like the beginning of Sorokin kind of, coming back down to earth a little bit. And their defense looked awful in that game.
Yeah.
And
absolutely,
that was the game I realized. I was like, oh, their defense is really bad. And not just like their defensemen defense, like just all around, like their forwards too. Just nobody was playing defense in that game at all for the Islanders, which is really weird for the Islanders because usually they're a defensive first team, but Patrick Waugh was still their coach at that point. So Peter DeBoer is in there now. We'll see if he can get that kind of fixed this season. But hey, bright spots.
DeBoer likes good defense.
DeBoer does like good defense, and he loves crucifying his goaltenders. So we'll see if he does that.
Yeah.
Bright spots. Matthew Schaefer, absolutely fantastic season. Sorokin until the last, month of the year had a fantastic season as well. Everyone else kind of meh, right? It's kind of a meh season from everybody else. But they have guys that can play. They could threaten a playoff spot again if Sorokin plays godly next year. But we'll see. As far as draft picks go, they have their own first-round draft pick, which is 13th overall. No second, no third. Their own fourth, their own fifth, their own sixth, and their own seventh. So we go from a team having 12 draft picks in Nashville to the Islanders having 5.
Yeah.
It's a pretty crazy whip around there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Islanders. Once again, no clue. No clue what they're going to do.
This entire free agency is...
I hope it's... the fact that the free agents themselves are bad, it kind of does make it interesting because other shit has to happen at that point.
Other
stuff has to happen.
Other players have to step up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about an expanded league. And, people were worried that the talent is watered down, and that might be true to some extent. But you get players who wouldn't have had that opportunity because of smaller league getting the chance to show.
Well, that's why I think it's better to expand the league. Now, if they're going to go crazy, because they're already talking about expanding again.
No, 32 is right. 32 is fine.
Bettman keeps pushing back. He's like, not for a while. But here's the thing. If you're going to expand again, you got to do 4 teams. We can't do this one division has one extra team nonsense.
No, you got to do 4 teams.
Do 4 teams, do 1 in each division. Even it out at the very least. I do like the idea of an expanded league because hockey is starting to be more popular again, thank God, because the games are much more easy to watch now that they're on ESPN and TNT. If we go to 36 teams, that does mean nearly 100 more jobs for players in the league, which is good, objectively.
Yeah.
Now, are those guys going to all be star players? No, but they'll have jobs. They'll have places to be. That isn't the AHL where they get paid way less, Those in-betweener guys that play in the AHL most of the time but get called up to the NHL sometimes. Maybe, let's just throw a team out there. Maybe Houston comes into the league. Those guys get to go play on Houston now. Now, will that team be good? Probably not, but they're still there. And they're getting paid like $1 million, $2 million. So, all right, who's your last team?
Yeah,
I just went off tangent there.
I want to see a Canadian team. I don't care if it's in Regina.
I just don't know where would make. I guess Quebec City would be the only one that makes sense. That's the only major city that doesn't have a hockey team right now, right?
I think it's the biggest.
The biggest, I guess, is what I meant by that. But can you get one in Nova Scotia? That would be interesting. That's the only major region that doesn't have one, other than the Northern Territories.
The Yukon,
yeah. You can't do one there. There's not enough people. Let's put a team in Anchorage. Come on.
No, there's not one in Saskatchewan. So put one in either.
Not? Okay.
No, put one in either Saskatoon or Regina.
Regina would be the funniest, just to say the Regina whatevers.
Yeah.
Because it's so close to a much funnier word.
What word is that, Bert? You can put one in Newfoundland.
Sure. Newfoundland.
St. John's.
Yeah. People are gonna be like, let's put one in Cole Harbor because that's where McKinnon, Crosby, and Marchand are all from. A tiny ass town in Nova Scotia.
Let's put it in Happy Valley, Goose Bay.
I love that. Yeah, I want it to be there. I don't even know where that is.
but you just have to be fine with, like, some billionaire has to do it who's fine with burning money because they're not gonna, like, make
What else
money.
are they doing with that money? Who cares?
Not enough.
What are you, a fucking dragon? Spend your money.
Okay. Oh, you put one in, like, Saginaw, which is directly across the river. Windsor. You put one in
from
Windsor,
Detroit, right?
Yeah, directly across the river from Detroit.
Oh, they'd hate each other.
Exactly.
Make it the Windsor Blue Wings. As a Blue Wings versus Red Wings, and they would be like, "Where our existence is to piss you off."
Yep. All right.
Cecilia, Philadelphia, and everyone else.
Speaking of, I gotta talk about Detroit now.
Okay. Hey, perfect segue.
Perfect segue, just like I planned.
Just like we planned.
Detroit is 41-31-10, 92 points. Their power play was 22.6%, which is 12th. Their adjusted power play was 20.6, which is 9th. Penalty kill, on the other hand, 77.1, which is 23rd, and then 78.6 adjusted for 26th in the league. Their goals for were 241, which is 22nd, and their goals against was 258, which is 19th in the league.
Okay.
They have $32.7 million in cap.
All right, quite a bit.
And they only have one RFA, and it's Simon Edvinsson.
Okay. I don't think that will cost them that much to get him.
Defenseman. He played 72 games, 9 goals, 16 assists, 25 points. Your UFAs.
This was his rookie year too, I think.
Technically, his rookie year, yes.
That's not a bad rookie year.
No. For a defenseman?
Yeah, for a defenseman. Yeah, not at all.
Your UFAs, and this is another one, like David Perron, Patrick Kane.
How is David Perron still play? These are all guys that could, like, announce their retirement, and I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Travis Hamonic.
Another, yeah.
Cam Talbot.
Good Lord. They're like, okay, I figured out part of Detroit's problem this year.
Oh, you figured that out?
Is a third of their team is dudes who are, like, about to retire. Yeah, I figured it out independently. No.
You just figured it out.
No. I figured it out, Clay. I don't think we talked about too much that aspect of it, right? That, like,
they kept
all of these old dudes are there.
Yeah, no, he keeps hiring old players.
Yeah.
To, like,
players that are way over the hump at this point.
Instead of, like, playing youth and developing them. But that could also be the coach that he keeps hiring.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I mean, thank God they got Lucas Raymond, right?
Thank God they locked him up.
They locked him up. Thank God.
Kane is coming off a 1-3. He played 67 games. He had 16 goals, 41 assists, 57 points. Van Riemsdyk, 72 games played, 15 goals, 16 assists, 31 points. Hamonic, 26 games. Talbot played 34 games, 3.19 goals against average with an 883 save percentage. That's why Gibson had to play so much.
Yeah.
Perron did get traded to them from Ottawa from the deadline.
Oh, right.
65 games played over the season, 13 goals, 15 assists, 28 points. Yeah, most of those goals were on, and most of those points were on Ottawa.
Yeah.
I will say they also have Eric Gustafsson coming off his contract, but he's buried, and Justin Abdelkader.
What? He's still under contract?
It's the last year of his buyout. His buyout is coming off books this year.
Had a buyout. Wow. That's crazy. I didn't realize this was the last year of it. I remember that motherfucker in the finals against the Penguins in 08-09. And I remember he got to go to the fucking Olympics too. The Olympics where they were like, we need grit. We're taking Justin Abdelkader.
And that worked for them. So their top players are Alex DeBrincat, 82 games played, 41 goals, 44 assists, 85 points. They only have 2 more years of him.
That's a really good season for him. That's a big bounce back, right? Because I think he was
they only have 1 more season of him.
Ooh, that's a problem.
It's $7.8 million.
Yeah, that's gonna go up if they want to keep him.
It's gonna go
up. I imagine they're probably gonna work on an extension this summer if he wants it.
They will, but the problem is like he's not gonna get. There's gonna be a unwritten cap. There has to be because he's not gonna get paid more than Larkin.
Right. What is Larkin making? Larkin's not even making 10. Oh, jeez, that really hamstrings them.
Like, they're not going to pay him more than Larkin, and Larkin's getting that 8.7 until 2031.
I don't know. I think they might need to not do that.
I agree.
I don't think necessarily your captain needs to be the highest paid dude on the team. But a lot of teams act that way. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Look, DeBrincat, I don't remember what his numbers were last year, but this is at least his third 40-goal season in the league, and he's not even 30. So he's gonna. Funny. They need to pay him a lot.
He had 39 goals last year.
Okay, so we'll say 40. I'll round that up to 40. That's his fourth 40-goal season in the league. Which isn't even being talked about that much. Like I feel like right because he had 2 40-goal seasons on Chicago, I'm pretty sure, and then he didn't play that well when he was on Ottawa. And then he went to Detroit. That's still not terrible, but
27 on Ottawa, 27 his first year. His points were identical his first year in Detroit.
Okay, so like that, not terrible seasons, but like not what you're expecting. But then to have essentially back-to-back 40-goal seasons.
Yeah,
he's gonna need 10 plus at this point.
I agree.
Or more than that, 12 plus on an extension. Like consistently scoring 40 goals. Like come the fuck on. You need to give him what he's worth.
Agreed completely. So this is where again, offer sheets.
True.
Baby, if you want to improve this team,
come on, somebody do something interesting this offseason.
If you want to improve this team, you have to not sign mid-veterans.
Right.
And build through youth.
There are some interesting RFAs out there. Right. Robertson, obviously top of the list, but I don't think anybody's going to try for him. That one he's going to be too expensive.
Yeah.
All right, I could be wrong. Somebody could go crazy and be like, we don't need these first-round picks. Give us Jason Robertson.
Fuck these picks.
Fuck them picks. Fuck them picks. Yeah.
These picks could be anything. They could even be Jason Robertson.
They could even be Jason Robertson. We'll see. We'll see.
The second best player is Lucas Raymond, 80 games played, 25 goals, 51 assists, 76 points, and then Dylan Larkin, 74 games played, 34 goals, 33 assists, 67 points. So, I mean, it makes sense to why they again fell off.
Yeah. Well, it's just all those old guys just lose steam. And it's like they can play okay for a little while, but towards the end of the year, they're tired, you know?
Yeah.
Tired old men. They don't got the legs no more.
But yeah, that's us this week.
That's us this week. Thank you guys for listening. As always, we can be found wherever podcasts are found. Give us a rate, review, subscribe, wherever applicable. And we will see you next week for whatever's going on in the conference finals at the same puck time.
Same puck place.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.